Hey, how you doing today? This is Eric Gibson, Straight Talk. Today I'm talking a little bit about what made me join the gangs. I'm originally from Hattiesburg, Mississippi. Came to California in the mid-'80s. Me, my 5 brothers, and 1 sister. As we moved into this new community right down the street from USC College, we was just kids that's growing up in the neighborhood. We met friends around there. Everybody kind of like used to just want to hear us talk because we talked real country. So we would just hang out with the guys that was around there. As I grew up, when I got about 16, 17 years old, that's when the drugs and dope started coming into the community. Once that started, only person I had to look up to was the older guys in the community and my 2 older brothers. Never had a father figure in my life. Nobody told me not to sell drugs, not to gangbang. I did what everybody else was doing in the neighborhood. Besides, my 2 older brothers was doing it too, so I thought it was all good. But I wound up being in the gang for years and years and wound up seeing a lot of people go to jail, a lot of people end their life. But what really made me really want to join the gang, because I didn't have a father figure, I didn't have a male role in my life that was telling me to not be in the gang or not to sell dope. Every day I went to school, I see these guys from the community driving nice cars, jewelry, money, and women, and that's what attracted me to the gangs. Being able to have the respect from different people, that's what really made me want to join the gang, and it was nothing else to do in the community that we lived in. So that's what really made me want to join the gang. Thank you very much. Eric Gibson, Straight Talk. Again, part 2, Eric Gibson, Straight Talk. Now, while I was in the gang, everything was all good. We sold dope all day long. We drank alcohol, smoked weed, a lot of women around. I had 2 or 3 cars at one time. I had my own apartment when I was the age of 19, 20. Everything was just going great, you know. We didn't have to, all the money that we hustled, we used to pay bills and still had all this extra money. Went out and bought clothes, cars, just young, dumb, didn't even know what to do with the money that you were selling dope with. But the thing about it is after a while, you know, there's stuff going on in the gang a lot of people don't talk about, like when your homeboys get jealous of you, maybe because you're younger or you got more money than them and you're not, you know, giving them money. So they call it breaking bread. If you ain't breaking bread with them, all of a sudden they want to jack you, rob you, come in your house, kick your door in, tie you up, take your money. I have friends that my own brother had been robbed before and tied up in the closet, and they just came in and took everything. But the thing about it is, that's one thing you have to be careful when you're in the gang, because even these so-called homeboys, they'll turn on you at any given time, and just to have what you got, they'll take you down, they'll snitch on you, send you to prison, they'll try to do anything. So you have to be real careful about what gang you get involved in, because it's just not all in fun. Thank you. Eric Gibson, Straight Talk. Eric Gibson here once again, part 3, Straight Talk. Today I'm gonna talk a little bit about what got me out of the gang. 1993, I was shot in a drive-by shooting 5 times, and a young lady that was 13 years old that was sitting on the passenger seat of a car, she got shot in the center of her head 1 time and she died instantly. And I laid on that ground and I was shot. I didn't know I was paralyzed, and I gave all my money, and I even had a gun on me, gave my gun to my family, and the ambulance came and it took the young lady first, and I was wondering why they take them first and didn't take me. But one of the drivers had told me that the lady was deceased. I remember those first shots went off. The first shot hit her right in the center of her head. She had enough breath in her lungs just to scream one more time, and her brain splattered all over the tree. And I was like, wow. After they came, the second ambulance came and took me to the hospital, and they told me I was paralyzed. I'm like, oh my God, what am I gonna do now? I knew other guys that still gang bang and sold dope that was in the wheelchair from different neighborhoods as I was growing up. But I didn't want to be nothing like those guys. I did not want to be in a wheelchair and doing this stuff. I changed my life around and got out the gang. It was because I got shot. Some people don't understand and might not believe it, but I'm glad I got shot, because all the things that I missed by being shot and not being around there. Plenty of guys that went to jail and have life. Plenty of them is in the graveyard dead right now, and I didn't want to take that chance. So I'm glad I got shot. It changed my life totally around. I gave my life to God and got into, you know, church and just trying to do the right thing for people. I figured out I didn't choose my injury chose me, and God chose me and left me here for a reason and took the 13-year-old girl's life. So I feel that my reason to be here is to educate kids about gang violence and selling dope, and what the consequences of doing those things is. Only 3 consequences: is jail, life in prison, or paralyzed in a wheelchair. And if you get shot and paralyzed in a wheelchair, that's real lucky these days. Now they got all kind of laws out, like the 3-strike law. You go to jail 3 times, you're gone forever. So it's not a realistic thing to be involved in gangs right now, you know, period. A lot of people are dying. Things are just not right. And this is why I chose to get out of the gang, to change my life around, and to be able to be here on this earth to save other people's life by using my testimony. Thank you, God, for saving my life. This is Eric Gibson, Straight Talk. And me getting shot in 1993 is the main reason that I got out of the gang and stopped selling drugs. Thank you.